how do you see when you see a comedian doing something that turns into controversy and that person apologizes?
I think
it depends on what it is.
I think you should apologize if you feel that you should apologize and no other reason. I think it is also dangerous, though, to apologize because you're giving in to people who aren't your fans. I don't think your fans want you to apologize. I think it's usually people who never would go to see you, would never support your comedy. And these are these people being like, apologize. I'm like, you didn't know who I was yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So it's weird to just demand an apology like, from someone you don't know.
Yeah. And if I'm demanding if you're demanding an apology from me, I'm demanding a accepted from you.
Uh-huh.
How come you get to demand and I can't demand? Also, I'll apologize to the person that I did a thing to. I'm not going to apologize to this grand camera TV land. What's the point? I didn't do anything to you.
Yeah, that's what I did, but it didn't work.
You apologized?
Yeah, I sent an email. Like next day, I was like, "Oh, if
did you feel sorry?
Well, I didn't want that person to be hurt. You don't want people to be hurt. Yeah. You don't want people to be hurt.
That's not what we're doing this for.
You know what's cool though? I saw there was a thing about Jimmy Kimmel at the Oscars. He made a joke about Robert Downey Jr.'s his drug addiction, and they asked Downey Jr. and he was like, I think he's a national treasure, and I had no problem with it.
I didn't think the joke was that bad.
I didn't think it was that bad either, but I think people read into it if the person doesn't laugh, fake laugh hard enough.
Yeah.
They read into it like, he fucked up, this is the news story.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think, I remember Joan Rivers just would never apologize for a joke, and I really admired that about her, because I think she really believed, like, it's not about the apology. It's about the comedian groveling.
That's what it is.
And I think that's where I kind of found issue with it was, I got a lot of shit for a rape joke like 12 years ago. And
I'm still upset about it.
I'm sorry about the rape. But the people who were really coming at me, like, were just never would have been fans of mine. They were happy to take things out of context. They were happy to, like, it felt like it was a hit piece, and I think when people do that, they're trying to get engagement and attention for themselves. That's an addictive drug. They're not trying to, like, have a dialogue with you or have like a real conversation. They're trying to ruin you, and then in some self-righteous rant, show how great they are.
Prop themselves up.
Yeah.
So I think some of those people were comics who came after you.
Yeah.
Now you've changed. You're 12 years past it.
Yeah.
Is it fuck them forever if they come up to you in the club, be like, "Hey Sam, I love the new stuff," or do you make amends?
But I never forget. So I'm like, I won't be a dick to them, but I also am like, I don't think that's a person I'll ever be friends with.
No, you definitely look down on them. Like, oh, you're easily manipulated. You're kind of a loser, and you just kind of go with the flow. And now you're okay with me because time back.
I had a guy go real hard about me.
Really?
Yeah, you know who it is. And he went real hard at me. And and then years later, when his career was in the toilet, hit me up to apologize. And I just didn't respond.
Michael Richard.
And then he, I think, tried and I just was like, but I don't want to give you the satisfaction of it's all good, because I thought the way he went after me was pretty.
Was he close? Like a close friend?
No, we were never close. But if we were close, maybe I would have heard him out. But the fact that we were never close, I'm like, I don't really need
But there's two things. The context has to be analyzed. Like, for example, I don't think a joke would kill your career in America, because people already know stand-up for the past 60 years. If something happened in another country where comedy is new, it's very confusing for everybody.
That's like, they're like confused. Like, why would he say that?
Why would he say that? I like him so much. How can he do a rape joke? Because I got in a huge problem with a rape joke that I did. Like, is he like? There was people protest. I used to have a comedy club. There was like people protesting, like a huge in front of my comedy club.
How did they become
knocking
fans,
at my door?
I have they became fans of you, and then they'll turn on you like that. Like, you haven't built up enough goodwill.
Goodwill's out. Goes out quick.
People like you to humble yourself and apologize. If you don't do that, you are an asshole. And I didn't do that because I thought it was important for comedy. I think people had to know what comedy is.
Yes.
But I paid, oh my God. I lost events, I lost money, I lost gigs, I lost a movie, I lost so many things. But I felt there wasn't wouldn't be real apologizing or playing the game. But here's the thing, when you are a comedian on stage like you were, apologizing or not apologizing is your choice. You're not hurting anyone. That's why context sometimes it has to be analyzed. When a guy like Jimmy Kimmel has to apologize, there's so many things involved with his apology. If he doesn't do it, if he doesn't play the game, so many people are going to be hurt. So many people are going to lose their jobs. If he just quit the talk show, the networks, there's so many responsibilities around this guy. So he doesn't apologize because he feels sorry. It doesn't matter.
It's Disney. He's with Disney.
Yes.
ABC.
You know, that's so when I see a big guy apologizing, I know how much I lost being true to myself. And I'm like, I know the game.
Yeah.
But if you decide not to play the game, you are fucked. You're like
temporarily.
Well, I would say temporarily, yeah.
But it's a long,
but you
ugly road.
You lose a lot.
And what about your mental state? I mean, that must have fucked you up pretty good.
I always, when it happened, it was the first case of cancellation. I would say maybe in South America. I wouldn't even say Brazil. It was 2010, 2011.
Should have sent you some videos of people getting canceled here so you could watch that first.
Yeah.
You know, this is Louis. This is, you know.
But that all happened after.
I know. I'm just joking.
You know, the thing is, there was nobody that could advise me. There was nobody for me to talk to. Like, what do I do?
Feeling.
So the only thing that made me sane during that period was being funny.
Wow.
So I made a lot of jokes about what's happening to me.
That's what we do.
I did videos. I did a whole thing. I was having so much fun.
Good.
And I felt that when those things happen, if you feel and if you go down the drain, everybody around you goes with you. You bring your family, you bring your son, you bring your wife, because nobody wants you to feel sad and depressed. And I was like, I already have some money. I do what I love. I have to put in perspective, like the noise and who am I? I never raped anyone. I never cheated on my wife. Nothing. I did anything. There was nothing wrong.
You're in trouble for jokes.
For jokes.